guys, welcome to another episode of our podcast, Forces of Fandom. I'm your host, Ashley.
I'm your host, Savi.
And Mariah is actually off-world, so let's check in with her really quick.
First off, I want to say you guys are going to kill this review. Sorry I couldn't be there today to do this, but I'm having the best time here at Batuu. Can't wait to tell you guys all about it on May the 4th. In the meantime, have a little wonton wrap and enjoy. See you guys.
I'm really jealous of her right now. What I wouldn't give to be in Batuu.
Oh, I am going soon, but I'm still very jealous because she got to set foot there. So,
Great. When are you going?
Soon. I'm going May 17th.
Okay. So I'll be living through your posts.
Don't worry, I'm really sure you're gonna get to go much sooner than you think.
I hope so. I guess we'll see though. So happy Friday. Or Saturday. Good Lord. See, I never even know what day it is anymore.
I thought you were gonna say Monday because that's what it is.
Oh no. Yeah, now that I've completely confused everyone, it's Monday when you're watching it, and clearly I'm stuck on Friday. But it's Saturday here right now.
While we're recording.
Yes. Clearly I'm doing great.
You look great. I think, yeah, you look great.
Okay. I think we should start with the news this time. All right. So let's get into Nerf Herder news.
Scruffy looking nerf herder.
This week they showed the trailer for Shang, Chai, and the Ten Rings. And that comes out September 3rd. I honestly know nothing about it. I've never heard of it. Have you?
I've never heard of his character,
Mm-hmm.
but he's been around for some time now, and I dove a little bit into some YouTube videos on him just because I was curious. And he has a pretty interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see more of him and see kind of the audience that he brings out.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like it's more Marvel, so I'm excited for that. I should read some more into it though because I'm curious. And maybe for that, for anyone who hasn't seen the trailer, I will put a link to it in the description so you guys can watch it and then maybe let us know what you think. And the other big thing, I know you watch Game of Thrones. I don't, but I do like Emilia Clarke. And she's going to be in the new Marvel show. What is that? Secret Invasion. And that Sam Jackson is going to be coming back as Nick Fury.
It's like I told you, I'm really wondering where the timeline is going to be on that.
I know.
I'm actually interested in the Skrulls, like their story and why they came. I'm pretty sure they explained it in Captain Marvel, and I just don't remember. But I'm curious as to why they came to Earth and then why they chose to stay.
Right. That'll be really interesting. And Nick Fury's a great character, so can't really complain about more of him. And that's all that I saw this week that was new. Did you see anything?
I sent you that post, but I'd rather wait
yes.
till it's like 100% confirmed. Watch this air on Monday, and then Monday it'll be like a confirmation or a it was just a false rumor type thing.
Right. It would be the opposite of whatever we think it is, and if we said it now, then everyone would be like, you guys said this. I am hoping that it is legit, and
if it is true, I think it's deserved.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be all for it. I just hope it wasn't started as a fake rumor because the show ended.
Right. Yes, because it did it came out yesterday. At least that's what I saw.
Yeah, like a couple hours after. So that's the only reason I'm kind of like, I want a confirmation first before I get super excited.
I do feel like there has to be something given the post-credit scenes.
That's true too. I just thought it was kind of setting up what we're going into stage 5, phase 5.
Yeah, I think so.
Of Marvel.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not surprised with the end credit scenes because mean, have their plan. I'm pretty sure they have like phase 6 and phase 7 planned out already too.
Yeah. God, that episode. Before we talk about that, actually, though, Mariah had something else that she wanted to show people. So let's cut to that really quick.
Okay, guys, I think I found something I think you're gonna like. Stay tuned till after the video to see how to win.
That Leia is so cute.
Adorable.
I know.
I have the little Ahsoka one, and I bought the Boba Fett to give away. But
Did you?
if I could have all of them, I would. I just never convinced myself it's okay to spend that much money on all of them.
They are so adorable, though. So that's going to be fun for a giveaway. You guys will have to make sure that you watch the rest of this video so you can see the rules for the giveaway. So that maybe we can send Leia to you. But the episode, I think we should talk about that. Did you like it?
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. Well, we're gonna title it what I mentioned to you. So, definitely, I just want to give like the warning that at least my thoughts and opinions on it are gonna connect to actual reality.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're not comfortable with those type of things, it's fine if you don't listen. But I want to make the connection because I just thought it was such an important and such a cool episode.
Yes.
Because of that. So, I loved it.
I did too.
Absolutely loved it. I literally like screamed in certain moments, like out of like, oh my God, yes.
Yes. It was so good. It's funny. I get excited over like the silly little things, but we always watch our shows with the closed caption on, either because we have it quiet because one of the kids is sleeping or just because I can't hear anything. Anyways, so when one of the times when Sam spoke and the closed caption referred to him as Captain America,
I was going to tell you, watch it with captions too, because sometimes my brain cannot put words together that I'm hearing. Mm-hmm. So I'll hear like mumbling together instead of the actual phrase. But I caught that too, and I was like, oh my God.
Did you have a favorite part?
I did like a whole rundown of the whole episode just to kind of remind me certain key points that I really liked. But my favorite moment would have to be, I feel like it was a speech, because like I'll just like immediately put that out there. I feel like the speech was my favorite part. And I want to pick something else. I liked the fight between Sam and Carly, even though it was like really short.
Yeah.
Just because, what is her name again? Erin? That plays Carly?
I'm pretty sure it's Erin. Now I feel
They're gonna hate us.
I
They're
know.
gonna be like, are you serious? You don't know her name?
And now I have to look it up because I'm gonna go insane. Yes, it is Erin Kellyman.
Erin Kellyman. I just love her as an actress. I think she's so good. Mm-hmm. But I just liked her like energy in that fight scene.
Yeah, I really liked how he wouldn't fight her too. How she was just getting so frustrated but like he didn't want to engage. And actually I agree about the speech that me and Chris were just like, oh my God, that's so good. And actually before we continue, we should play the speech just because it's that good and I think everyone needs to see it again.
Even now, here, I feel it. The stares, the judgment. And there's nothing I can do to change it. Yet I'm still here. No super serum, no blonde hair or blue eyes. You've got to do better, Senator. You've got to step up. Because if you don't, the next Carly will. And you don't want to see 2.0. Look, you people have just as much power as an insane god or a misguided teenager. The question you have to ask yourself is, how are you going to use it?
That's so good, right?
Oh my God. I was left speechless because of it. That's funny. It's a speech and it left me speechless. I was not expecting that. Even though the show progressively showed more and more, sides of talking about that subject, I did not expect a speech.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely shocked me because one, honestly, I never thought Disney would do something like that or be okay with doing something like that.
Right.
Just because I'm not trying to say Disney's evil. I'm just saying that as a world known company, a kid company, they're not. It's kind of taboo for them to talk about such. What would you call it? Subjects.
Like big issues, like real life world issues.
Yeah, and especially current issues that have divided, in my opinion, country. So
Yeah.
I never imagined they would ever even touch that.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you react to it?
I think I was the same. I was kind of in awe that they did that, and I just loved it because, I mean, obviously it's a show, but it applies so much to real life, and especially where we are right now, just the current state of the world. I really liked it. It was so good. And then I liked, because Isaiah was watching that part too, and I loved seeing him watch it.
Tearing up right now. It made me tear up so much when he sees his section in the museum, and he tears up and hugs him. Oh my god, I just was blown away that all of that happened. And honestly, the episode, I know it's the same runtime as the other episodes, right?
Yeah, it was 51 minutes, I think.
It felt like I watched a whole movie, like a 2-hour movie with everything that was jam packed in there. But I loved that he did that for Isaiah. I kind of had a feeling they were just gonna let him be. And I saw when Sam went to visit him, I was like, oh, he's just gonna be like that person he goes to talk to here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I love that.
It was so
I
great.
loved that.
Yes. Oh, it was so amazing. Let's talk about Sharon.
You're gonna have to bleep me out a bunch of times because, honestly, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say, and Chris, you're gonna have to bleep me out.
Carabast.
I know. Did you see the message that I sent you the night before the episode aired, where someone on my Nerf Herder news page had commented saying they thought she was the power broker?
Yeah, I saw it, and to be honest with you, I kind of had a feeling too. Just only because the internet is the internet, and they talked about that whole iPhone rule. I don't know if you know about that rule.
I'm not sure.
iPhones are not allowed to be used in a negative way. Even if it's for filming and the characters happen to have an iPhone, they're not allowed to use an iPhone to represent anything bad.
Mm-hmm.
So people immediately noticed Carly, I think, had an iPhone or I don't know. They made points of it, but they mainly focused on Sharon not having an iPhone. She had an Android or a battery, those disposable phones.
Oh yeah, not is it a track phone? Maybe that's too old. I know what you're talking about.
They pointed that out, and they were like, she doesn't have an iPhone. That means she's playing a bad guy. Everyone was like, she has to be the power broker, and I kind of was like, makes sense because she's ahead of everyone.
Right.
I decided to wait till the end, and
that's so. As an iPhone user, I'm laughing internally right now. If you have an Android, it's the sign that you're evil. No. That's really interesting though. But oh my god, I'm so mad that she killed Carly.
I only killed her though because obviously, I mean, you saw Carly. Carly was like, I don't need you.
Right.
I'm the muscle. You need me. And I could tell that pissed Sharon off. She was just like, oh, no. I'm the power broker. I'm the one in charge. She took the opportunity to kill her, which I also was upset about. And like that.
And then Zemo taking her, having whoever that was, I don't know if you know if that was someone we know, and I don't remember, but having the rest of them.
His butler.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah, like you're talking about the older man,
Yeah.
older gentleman. Yeah, he's in one of the episodes when they're flying. I don't know if you remember where they find out Zemo's rich.
Right. That's
He
right.
was like, "Oh, I'm so glad to see you again, sir." So I guess he's always served him,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of forgot who he was too when he reappeared. I was like, "Who is that?" And then I remembered, oh, this is butler, his like person that's taking care of his family. So
Right. Yeah, that was crazy too. I'm curious now, since Sharon got pardoned and got her job back, what's going to happen with that? And then I also wonder, like, was she always bad? Or did her getting exiled, like, when did she become bad?
talked about this with Brian, my partner,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's gonna be the fact that they exiled her because it's been like over 5 years.
Right.
Like 5 years with the snap and those 2 years that like Cap and Black Widow were on the run. So like that's like what 7 years since
Yeah.
that issue happened. So we're talking about almost a decade of her living this whole different life, and I'm sure you can become a whole different person within like a year or so. So imagine 7 years later, I'm sure she just became the bad guy and she liked it. And
Right. Well, especially being in Madripoor, it would be hard to turn into a bad person living there.
but being at the top of the chain, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, that's true. Now I'm wondering, oh, and I liked seeing John kind of fight with, it was weird, but I was really skeptical. I was like waiting for him to turn, but then I don't know. How did you feel about it?
To be told, I kind of forgot about him because like I know viewers are probably like they're like jumping like here and there on the episode, but that's the excitement.
Right.
Well, I got so distracted by Sam's suit. Like when the wings and the suit and the shield, I completely forgot about Mr. Walker. And when I hear him yell Carly's last name, I was like, "Oh my god, it's a U.S. agent." He was just Walker, just representing, I guess. And I was very skeptical too. I kind of thought we were gonna see him like rage and like do like some really bad stuff, but if I'm being honest, I kind of liked him this episode.
Yeah, I did too, and that was weird because I was like hating him before that. And he did kind of rage, but he pulled himself out of it, which I was like impressed that he had that self-control.
You know what it was? I personally think losing everything brought him back down to earth, made him humble,
Mhm.
and he got a whole different perspective, kind of.
I'm curious
Yeah.
to see what's going to happen because of that post-credit scene where he's got, his US agent suit, and I'm like, is he going to be good? But then he's with whatever her long Madam Hydra or whatever.
Well, has that been officially like said that she is? I know she is, but
I don't think it's been official. She's only ever said just her name, like her real
yeah,
name.
right. She
Yeah.
hasn't said Madam Hydra.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of was like I know he seemed so happy that he like in a sense has a job basically,
Right.
and I was like happy for him. But the thing too is like with what I've read and heard, it's like you're not playing the good guy,
Right.
and I know that they don't always follow everything. So truth be told, I'm kind of scared for him. I kind of feel like they're gonna like do the thing that they did to Becky with him, or who knows.
Right. Yeah, that will be interesting to see. Now I'm wondering if there's going to be, I feel like there has to be something after this, whether it's a season 2 or whatever.
Well, there was another rumor circulating around that they were thinking of doing a season 2 because of how well the season did.
Mm-hmm.
Won an Emmy, right? Or won something recently.
I feel like it did. And then I did see it. What did I see? That Anthony Mackie or someone said that like he was down for a second season or.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because they won some award and that sparked the conversation of possibly doing season 2. And yeah, I started seeing like little things here and there saying like this person that said they'd be up for it and this person said they'd be down. So I mean, that'd be interesting to see. I just feel like it'd be down the line because of how they planned everything out.
Right.
So I gotta figure out, well, where can we put it in?
Yeah. I'm hoping so though. And I'm gonna jump back again because I just thought of another scene, but when Bucky went to the father, I can't remember his name.
So I wrote everything down, and that one I literally just wrote Bucky's closing chapter. Oh God, that hurt. I forgot his name too, but honestly, it was the only way he was gonna like get peace. But it broke my heart because he looked so sad.
I know.
Telling him, and then losing him as someone that was in his life.
Right.
And it made me like, this part made me cry when he goes by the restaurant to check on him and he like sees the waitress or the cook, or I forgot what she was, but like with him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my God, he made sure that he has somebody before he leaves. And
Right.
also with the therapist too.
Yes. With his
But that was
book.
cute.
Yes, I liked that. And then I loved seeing them at the end with the cookout with Sam and the family and like Bucky playing with the kids and
It's been making me laugh because I literally was like, oh, he's invited to the cookout. Like, that's how you know it's real. And I've been seeing like TikTokers and everyone like saying the same thing. And I was like, it's true. It's the same thing for a majority of families. If you're invited to the cookout, it's because you're family.
Right.
And like, I thought that was, I feel like Bucky never really smiled a lot throughout the series. And then that final scene, he's like, I don't know, he just looks happy.
Yeah, it was nice to see their friendship like really come full circle, I feel like. God, and now we don't have any more Marvel until June.
Okay, right?
Yeah. I'm stoked for that though.
I'm nervous for that. Like, not that I think they're gonna do anything bad, just because honestly, after WandaVision and this, I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry about you guys doing something. Well, except that whole how do you say his name? Pedro.
Oh yeah, Pietro.
That's the only thing I can complain about the writing, but
Oh, I know.
but Loki, I feel like that's gonna be a crazy show because he's gonna be like what, doing different timelines, right? Or like different.
I think so, because this is the Loki that disappeared after he was caught. The same, what movie was it? Civil War? Because remember they had him chained up and then he got the Tesseract and he disappeared.
Oh, I didn't know it was. I thought it happened to be in an Endgame when they go back in time.
Yeah.
And he like takes it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He takes it and he disappears.
Okay.
So I think it's that Loki. But then I don't really know, I guess, what timeline or where he is in the show. I don't know. Did you watch the trailer that they put out for it?
I actually have not. I don't know why I kept just putting it off, and I completely forgot about it until starting to talk about it right now. I was like, oh, I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've seen little edits and clips here and there on Instagram. The one that caught my eye was he's with Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're on, what's that planet they went to? She basically had to sacrifice herself.
I've like blocked it out from my mind because it hurts too much.
You know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know.
I saw that like part and I was like, oh, this is gonna be very interesting. And I know that in Endgame and Bruce Banner's talking to, oh my God, what is her name? The one that trained Doctor Strange.
Oh my God, we're just forgetting everything tonight. We're so terrible.
We're sorry, you guys. It's like super late, and our minds are more on the show than
Right? As soon as we're done with this, I'm gonna remember what her name was.
But you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna look it
The
up because it's
ancient
bothering me
one?
now. What? Yeah, yes, the ancient one. Yes, you just said it. Yeah, when he's talking to her because he went to get the
Time
oh
Stone.
my goodness, Infinity Stone. Yes. um, and she points out that black, um, like timeline or
Oh, yes. When it,
timeline, right?
yes.
That just appeared out of nowhere. So that's supposed to be Loki's when he
Okay.
starts just jumping around. So, and this is what I'm saying. It's so interesting that they put that little thing in there and jump to now have a show planned up for it.
Right.
Just interesting how far in advance they do these things.
It's crazy. But I am excited. What else? Do we have any other Marvel shows after that? Do we know? I mean, apart from like what we've already talked about, the Secret Invasion. I was thinking about that earlier.
Off the top of my head, so far no. But I think the rest of the stuff for the year are the Loki show, a Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say because I don't know how to say his name.
The Ten
Trailer
Rings.
Yes, the Ten Rings one. Like people are gonna be so upset. You don't even say his name. It's Shang.
It's either Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi. And I always feel so terrible when I don't know how to pronounce somebody's name. I don't know.
Just look it up because I feel so bad. People are like, "Oh my god, shut up! You like forget everything." Shang-Chi. I don't know. I'm sorry if we're saying it wrong. We just don't remember if it's Chai or Chi. I feel like that's it for
Yeah.
this year.
I guess that's quite a lot though, when you look at everything they've released. And then we do still have like Doctor Strange to look forward to.
That's 2022, right?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. And I guess we've got a lot of Star Wars stuff to fill in between, so I think we're good.
Star Wars, we have the Bad Batch, obviously, and something else coming out. We're gonna be like, really? You don't know? Oh, the Book of Boba, right?
Yeah, that will be out in December. Because originally we thought that was going to be The Mandalorian, but it's going to be the Book of Boba Fett.
Well, check right now. But let's see. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the moments in the episode where Sam has his like Captain America moments. Like
Yes.
I like that scene where I forgot his name. The French guy, he's like fighting him, and then he does the shield kick. I was like, oh my
Yes.
god, I did it!
Yes, I loved those moments.
Let's see, I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place, you guys. It's just this episode was so cool, and I just loved all of the things they did with it. When he did the window smash and like
Yes.
flying thing, I was like, ah.
I loved the helicopter scene too.
I liked how he went about it because it was like still his style, but some Captain America in there, and I really liked it too. Let's see, sorry, I wrote down some things. That's why I'm looking down. Catch when he says, when he gets pissed and he's like, "Boy, you just earned this ass whooping."
Yes. was that after he went in the water? Was that when he said that? Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets out.
Yeah, that was hilarious. And the way he used the lady when he scanned for the pilot And then he called her or
Yeah, to
whatever.
save it.
Yeah.
I like too when he flag smashers fell down with Walker and they're next to Bucky,
Mhm.
and then you just see the shield knock all of them out and he catches it.
Yes, that was amazing.
Let's see. Oh, um, well, I feel like I have to keep saying sorry because we're just jumping all over, but
This is how my
but
brain works in real life, so.
yeah, this is the reality of how we like process our thoughts. So we're getting an actual like inside view.
Right, this is just how we are.
Um, I thought it was the cutest thing ever when Bucky says, "Nice job, Cap." To
Yes.
him, like,
Yes. I loved it so much. Just all of it. And he even, I think, when he was fighting with the French assassin or whatever, at one point he said, I'm Captain America or something. He said that at some point in the show too. And I was like, yes, you are. Did you catch that?
Oh, when I think it's when he like first goes in and he's trying to help everyone, and somebody asks him like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm Captain America."
That's
I was
right.
like, yeah, you are.
Yes, that's right.
Let's see. Talked about this. Talked about that.
There was so much in the episode.
I want to talk about. I definitely want to jump back to the speech, but in a little bit, just because I wrote down specific points that he says. But I also want to talk about how I know we mentioned with Walker, it was just we did not expect for him to be a good guy like this episode. But I really like that they forced a scene in there where he's picking between helping the truck before it falls or getting Carly, and he has that moment of like, I can be better,
Yes.
or I can do better, and he decides to help the people.
Yes, I
was not
really liked
expecting
that.
Talk about all of this. Sorry, I'm laughing at the stuff that I wrote down because I wrote it like in order.
And now you have to go back through it.
I wrote like when we first see Sam like show off the suit, I was like, and our new Captain America has arrived. Can we talk about how damn good he looks in that suit? Let's see. We could talk a little bit more in detail about the speech.
Yeah, that was a really big part of it for sure.
Well, one, I did it wrong. I don't know. This was my reaction when he like starts talking back in the way to the senator. I kind of was like shocked because I was not expecting him to, what's the right word? Argue or like to state his opinion, I guess. Just because I don't know why that gave me fear. Like I was like, oh my god, what are you doing? Like, do that, they're gonna get mad at you.
Right, they're gonna take this all away from you or something.
Yeah, I guess maybe that was it. I don't know. And then part of me was like, but like, you should be able to state his opinion without like him threatening to take the suit or something. I don't know. During that speech, I had moments of like would have tears and then it would go away because I'd get angry, if that makes sense, and it would just go back and forth. And I got really like angry for Sam when the senator tells him that he doesn't understand how the situation is, like how complicated it is. And I liked his response where he explains to him like, okay, well then you get it. It's like a common struggle now that you understand how it feels to feel that way. And which breaks down the door for him to talk about feeling helpless, which I don't know how to go about this, but that whole speech was just like perfectly written and perfectly said. And it's true. Majority of the time, people in charge don't really understand what it's like to feel helpless because they have power and they have money.
Yes.
So a lot of their problems never, I mean, they can easily be taken care of versus somebody who is just a regular person who doesn't have the money to make things go away or the power to like get help. And I think probably like the most important line out of that was him explaining that he's a black man carrying the stars and stripes.
Right.
Because like felt such a no, I don't know what's the right word. Such an impact when he said that.
Yeah, and I think didn't he even said
Right.
like he could feel it, like, I can feel it now that people are, I don't remember exactly what he said, but that he could feel that some people were upset or
Yeah, like people, like he can feel that people are judging him for like wearing the suit, like being basically a black man. Also, to refer to like, I thought it was, I could see Carly's like face of like shock when she tells him like, of all people, you bought into this, yes, like by wearing it, and oh, he says, well, I'm trying something different. Maybe you should do that.
mm-hmm.
And I just thought that was interesting because it's kind of like what Isaiah told him, you know? But then Sam decides to I have to start a change, and this is one step.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty scary step.
Yeah. I liked too where I think it was during the speech where they had cut to those two men talking, and one of them's like, that's Black Falcon, and the other guy's like, no, that's Captain America.
I thought it was cheesy, but also needed.
Right.
Because it's true. Like people, yeah, I could assume people immediately were like, oh, it's Black Falcon. It's just Falcon. But I like that the kid was like, no, that's Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was like sweet that they showed that clip and you showed them and like both of them smiling too, just because if we're being real, it's just to them it was like, one, we have a Captain America back, and two, it's someone who looks like us.
Right.
Because even Sam states that he's like, I don't have super I don't have super serum, blonde hair, and I don't have blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I am Captain America. Oh my god.
Which is so good. There needs to be more of relatable people like that.
I can definitely like agree that I feel like this is where it's gonna really get real and people are gonna be like, okay. But majority of the time people assume I'm white.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I've had that conversation with you. I'm Hispanic. And a majority of the time I don't think I've dealt with the same things as someone who would have a darker skin color would. I have been in situations with my family and myself where Sam's talking about how, the like what was he the senator and like all those people in those power, like he's like, you can easily feed 1 million people with just one phone call. You can easily stop a war with one email or like all of that stuff. And I literally like I held myself back because it was just I didn't want to be like so dramatic, but I was like, that is like so true and pertains so much to our current reality because that's how I feel a majority of the time where my parents needed help, my family needed help, and like there was none, and we have to figure it out on our own. That's why I kind of understood Carly's like struggle, and I liked how Sam even brought her what do I say, like her message into the speech, especially with her being gone, like because she died, right? Like
yeah.
So he didn't like let that message fall and like, oh, she's gone, it's done, you know, I'm Captain America. Like, he's still got that in because he understood, because, you know, he's back, and Carly was a person who, well, displaced person who
Right.
lost her home, and like, and it is like, it definitely is a struggle. And I like how Sam also references that who's in the room with you when you're making those decisions, because it's true, majority of the time they make those decisions thinking about their lifestyle or themselves, and it's never about the people they're actually going to impact, which it kind of sucks, because you know, how can you teach a person who's never gone through poverty or never gone through a struggle like that is how it feels, them to understand when making a decision. And I don't know, I just, that whole speech, like, Chris gonna have to bleep me out again, but like, it really fucked me, because I just, made me so emotional, because it is just crazy how much it tied into things that have been going on for so long and to now. And just, I don't know, I know this is like a small step, but it's a big step to just see a show like this talking about this stuff, because you know, I feel like even the news doesn't really cover stuff like that as much, you know. And I feel like it's such an important message, so for it to be on a, would you call it a kids show?
I mean, I wouldn't think so. I mean, maybe teens.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing too, where I felt like I can't say kids show because it doesn't feel like one. Like, it feels like this is something I watch or like a teenager would watch, but it's on Disney Plus, which is where it's a little confusing.
Right.
but I but I liked that it's there too, because now like any younger person can watch it and really like stay with that message.
For sure. I liked in the speech too, when he had brought up Carly, he had mentioned where someone else would take her place. Like, she had so many people backing her that someone else is going to try and carry on and do what she was trying to do if things didn't change.
I like how he says, like, you don't want to meet 2.0.
Right. Yes.
True.
Yeah, the whole show was really heavy and really good, though. It was just so real.
I feel like WandaVision also, you know, did its part. We've had our discussion where it did its part to talk about like mental health. At least that's how I felt with Wanda, like watching her journey of, you know, loss and all of that. But I feel like it doesn't hit. Oh my God, people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I just want to say that, in my opinion, I don't think it hits as much because of the whole use of magic and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't want to say that because, you know, I watch a lot of fantasy stuff, and when they talk about things, or even anime, when they have scenes that are very emotional, but it involves like magical stuff, it still hits you.
Right.
But I feel because it's been an ongoing thing, it doesn't hit as much. You know, because there's a lot of shows that do that talk about mental health, but it's mixed in with magic or whatever to make it both entertaining but talk about that. Then you jump to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it just felt very real.
Yeah.
Like,
it definitely did.
You know?
I think, did we leave
Hard to like.
I don't think I had anything else written down about it. I think that was pretty much everything in that episode. Did you have anything else?
About that. Just double checking. About that. About that. We did cover everything.
Now that the series is over, did you have a favorite episode?
I'm trying to think if I had a favorite episode. I mean, definitely like the last one stayed with me a lot,
Hmm.
but obviously it's the finale. Excluding the finale, I would have to say probably the episode where Zemo and Lucky and Sam just have their little trio adventure in Madripoor, because
Hmm.
this is very interesting and very comedic. And I liked seeing Zemo's personality come out because, I mean, when I first met him in Civil War,
Hmm.
he comes out, right? I hated him. I was like, what is the point of this, you know? I liked seeing the side of him, and I liked seeing the interaction between the three of them.
Yes. That was a great episode. I would say that one, or um I think the fifth episode. That's the one where John just really lost it, and that episode was really good too. I loved the Dora Milaje showing up, and it was just great.
Commenting on that, I am curious and excited though for the Black Panther 2.
Yes.
I remember though when that's scheduled to come out.
I don't either. Have they started filming?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I'm excited, but I know that I'm gonna cry.
I don't know. It says next installment in Black Panther supposed to release in 2022, July.
Oh, wow. Okay. Have they
I can regret looking it up.
did they tell you how they're gonna move forward with it?
No, I'm pretty sure that's gonna keep that under wraps until we see it. But it shows the cast, and it's interesting seeing.
Hmm.
Oh, it does give an explanation. Oh, not really. It's a vague plot. It's in pre-production.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
I don't think I do either. I mean, I know they're not filming yet, but they're getting everything ready. I don't know.
I'm assuming that's what it means. Like they're preparing to film.
But I mean, I'm excited for it, but I'm also nervous. I don't know. Chadwick's death hit me really hard. That was a really hard one, and it's going to be really hard to watch it without him.
I definitely was shocked when the news came out, and I believe it because Captain America was my favorite movie. Like probably out of all of his movies, my favorite was the first Avenger, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And Black Panther came out, and loved it. Like I went to go watch it like 5 more times in theater, and that ended up being my favorite for a very long time.
Yeah, it was so good. And he did the role so well. Hmm. Trying to think if there's anything else to look forward to. I am looking forward to that. There's so much. I just need to make like a big list. Like I always forget, like feel like I'm forgetting.
Like a big whiteboard, and
Right.
and every time we talk about something, you put a little post-it check. What's next?
Yeah, because there's just so much content coming out. It's so hard to keep up.
I want to talk about May the 4th.
Ooh, yeah. Let's do
Our
that.
Punny an episode.
Yes. Um, that will release. Oh no, I gotta pull my calendar because I am terrible. God, you'd think I would know how to work my own phone.
We were aiming for the 3rd, right?
Yeah, the 3rd. And then the Bad Batch will air after that. But I guess our episode that's going to release on the 3rd, that will be when we announce the winner for our giveaway, which I guess we should let Mariah explain the rules of the giveaway. So let's have her do that really quick, and then we'll come back and talk about the episode more.
First off, you guys killed this review. Now, let's give the viewers what they want. How to win the giveaway. Now, what you have to do is comment below and tell us your favorite Star Wars character. And go to our Instagram, make sure you follow us, like the post, and tag a friend. Extra entries for stories. Don't have to, it's just an extra. And may the Force be with you.
Do our May the 3rd episode, and then even more so, our episode following the Bad Batch.
I feel like I have to apologize in advance because you guys are going to see a whole different side of me. With Star Wars episodes, I'm going to be so annoying and like too energetic, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I love Marvel too, but I feel like Star Wars is like my area and Doctor Who, and I'm just going to be so annoying.
It's okay. I'll be annoying with you because I'm the same. Like, I love Marvel. That's probably like my second favorite, but Star Wars, oh my God. And I enjoyed their story arc, so I'm excited for
Bad Batch.
Yes. And we will have had 2 episodes play by the time we record. So we will have a lot to talk about, and it may just be you and I squealing half the time while Mariah tries to talk about what happened.
Yeah, it's fangirling in the background.
All right, well, I guess that's it for tonight. So may the Force be with you guys.
Till they spire.
We love you 3000.
Bye.